Hello everyone and welcome to Neighborhood Watch, where privacy is a thing of the past. We are here today in the one and only scientific community of Ledesia, founded by the absolutely brilliant scientific genius Eureka in her attempt to create a scientific paradise here on Earth. The rumor has it, of course, that she plans on perhaps expanding her little empire of scientific geniuses to the galaxy beyond the stars, but surely we're getting ahead of the game there. Now, everyone wants to know what goes on behind the closed doors here in Ledesia, and we here at the Neighborhood Watch are here to tell you exactly what's happening. Privacy is indeed a thing of the past if you live in a town where there's cameras absolutely everywhere. With so many geniuses and curious characters all gathered into one place, Ledesia is a community overflowing with stories to entertain us and juicy gossip to set our ears burning. We here at the Neighborhood Watch believe you shouldn't have to exhaust yourself to keep up with this lively, one-of-a-kind community, so we'll gather up the best leads and most recent news right into one place for you. First off, we stopped by the top of the island to see how matriarch Eureka is enjoying her days of supposed retirement. While the award-winning scientist may have stepped down from her role as the neighborhood leader, she has been keeping busy and content watching her family back at home. Not to mention picking up old hobbies like bird watching. Or well, at least she says she's bird watching, but rumor has it she spends a good deal of her day trying to spy on her reclusive daughter, EVELYN Eureka, to make sure Evie and her kids are alright. Erica's husband, Eureka, also has entered a life of semi-retirement, though his days seem to be passing by with far more ho-hum boredom. He has been overheard voicing his desire for a little more excitement in his life in the form of the pitter-patter of little grandchildren's feet. But considering how his eldest grandchild is almost a young adult, and the youngest are now children, that seems unlikely. Even if his son-in-law, Bredith Eureka, happens to carry some of the same hopes and dreams. He has dreams of a bigger, closer family that goes out on picnics and spends days in the park together, but the reality is that his wife is far too busy a woman to even begin to think about such things. Next door, the EVELYN branch of the Eureka household is finally finding some financial peace. Although EVELYN was once upon a time a famous actress, with children in time, her roles have vanished and she has found herself in desperate need of money. Too proud to contact her mysteriously absent politician husband and too embarrassed to ask her parents for help, EVELYN has been penny pinching for some months now. Thankfully, her children's books are beginning to sell and things are looking up for her household. Of course, it helps that her twin toddlers are no longer so little. It makes a big difference when the children can go to the bathroom all on their own. Yuri and Eureka have managed to grow into lively, creative children, even with the many times they managed to escape outside as toddlers. The twins are especially close since they stayed home almost their whole lives as toddlers, but now that they are older, they are hopeful their mother will let them play with their cousins down the street and pick up new extracurricular activities after school. Speaking of kids and extra activities, the Newton branch of the Eureka household is doing great. The young twins are growing older and getting ready to grow into rowdy redheaded teenagers, even while their father Newton continues to look like he hasn't aged a day past 20. The eldest of the Eureka grandchildren, Eureka, has picked up his father's good looks, and he knows it too. Leon is getting older and getting much closer to preparing to leave for college. Though just what college he is going to is up in the air. Rumor has it that to celebrate her eldest grandchild's transition into young adulthood, Eureka plans on building an entirely new university for the young geniuses and creative types of the world. But surely that's just a big rumor, right? Such a huge project would be a major undertaking for such an elderly matriarch. Thinking about her eldest child getting older is putting some interesting thoughts into Leon's mother's mind, though. Rumor has it that Eureka has been overheard discussing how much fun it would be to have a baby again at the local coffee shop. But neither Valerie or Newton are getting any younger, so surely they aren't really thinking of adding to the family at their ages, right? Speaking of adding to the family, the ever-growing LUSHER household is doing excellently. Little Noma Rusher has finally gotten over her food poisoning and her loneliness. She has been making fast friends with Eureka, bonding over a mutual love of child-sized baking projects and a difficulty with their literature homework. The LUSHER household is a busy, growing, and always seems to be half steeped in chaos, as the many dirty toddlers and stinky dogs can show evidence of. While a loving household, it seems the LUSHERs just can't keep up with taking care of the entire family. At least, not with more than just a little bit of help from their exhausted and increasingly rebellious eldest daughter, Cinnamon LUSHER. Even Cicely LUSHER, the mother of these adorable daughters, is beginning to feel the strain. But if that's the case, why is she still dreaming of having more children? Surely she's not serious. If she is, there's a good chance she could say goodbye to her eldest child while welcoming in yet another new baby. Cinnamon works around the clock at her competitive school, hands-on job, and taking care of all her siblings despite her lazy nature. But the strain is beginning to become too much for her, and rumor has it she's been writing in her diary lately about running away. Next door, things are going quite well for the diligent, hard-working Kendra Cork. She has been working for weeks in her garage, tinkering with the parts and pieces she needs to build a whole new line of helpful household robots. Of course, her cleaning bot still breaks down and spews trash all over her house, but it's just a matter of time before she gets her robots fixed and is able to open up her robot store. There are some other interesting developments with Kendra too, like her newfound psychic powers. She was abducted by aliens and came back with the ability to levitate items, start fires, or sick bees on a hapless sim. Some may call this magic, but of course Kendra isn't one to put stock in magic. These are clearly psychic powers given to her by the aliens who tinkered with her brain. Thankfully, one of her new abilities is to make herself instantly clean, a useful skill for a woman terrified of water and showers. And how is Kendra's friend with benefits, Garrett Thornburg, doing across town? Well, quite well indeed, and finding some new benefits in his new roommate Alicia. The talented coach moved in to save money while she was adjusting to life in Ledesia and found a little more than she bargained for in a mutually fulfilling yet totally loveless relationship with Garrett. Alicia is going to be a coach and personal trainer who will be overseeing the new gym in town, as well as coaching the children's soccer team. But if these are the kind of workouts she encourages with the adults, just what kind of stories will be popping up around Ledesia soon? And while rumors had it that Garrett and Kendra were so happy with one another that they even daydreamed of popping the question, it seems Garrett's mind has been quite removed from such wedding bells. Instead, he has kept himself quite busy making a lot of new friends in town and racking up quite the reputation. Of course, the many casual lovers he's picked up lately have all pretty much had good things to say about the golden-haired Don Quan, so perhaps that reputation isn't such a bad one after all. Still, juggling the hearts of so many of the local ladies can only lead to trouble if Garrett isn't careful. Thankfully, his new business should keep him busy. Garrett is opening a lovely little fancy restaurant on the beach town, though there will be a strict no playing in the sound policy in place. This is his first big investment as a business owner, so we will have to see how Garrett's restaurant does. Will it thrive and give the people of Ledesia a lovely place to go enjoy fine dining in a classy atmosphere? Another local business owner is doing quite well on her own lately. Felicia Tweed, one of the town's main planners, has been gaining fame for her work at her smart planning choices and saving the community thousands in reworking the water system. Felicity was inspired to rework the water pipes for the city after her house caught on fire and the fire extinguisher wasn't working. But at least she was able to meet a handsome firefighter out of the entire ordeal. They've been exchanging emails, but it'll be interesting to see if anything else develops from this new relationship. That's it for the rumors and mystery this time around, Watchers. But there are many mysteries under the surface here in the science community of Ledesia. Who knows what kind of juicy stories and delicious rumors will show up next time? After all, we've hardly seen anything of the research laboratories that occupy the science branch of the island.